looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. A lot of chapters in this rivalry. They've been in different conferences. They've been in the same conference, and now they're going to the SEC to elevate this feud.
And I think it just takes rivalry games in the SEC to a whole new level, right? When you think about Texas and Oklahoma, you think about past Heisman Trophy winners and national championships. And now, David, you're adding that to Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. It's just an entirely different level now.
And it's just fun to watch rivalries in college football, and we've lost a lot of them with expansion. This one we get to keep. I love that they're both going to the SEC. They're going to play each other a bunch. We're going to still have this Red River rivalry that gets so many people excited. It's an unbelievable event. We've been there for game day a bunch.
Makes the catch on the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game, make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Another big play for this Sooner receiver, dare I say, Hollywood-esque.
Hollywood is right, and that's one guy that comes to mind, by the way. But this offense, it just does what it does. No matter the name, no matter the coach, whoever it is, it's going to be high-flying, it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be really good.
There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. A strike downfield. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, they'll make those contested catches.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. Time winding down in the quarter they come to the line. They try to pop a run on the draw. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Second down, he'll throw it. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Guys, that last trip, a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
They'll try to move the chains on third and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. On a little time, lets it go. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few.
Man, and that's just making it way.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Lewis. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Lost the flyer on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense got him at the 27.
And this defense doing what it does best. Get after the quarterback. That's their third of the day. They're number 1 in the nation at getting the quarterback on the ground. That's why they've had such a successful unit.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's reeled in. It's Sategna. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. He'll take it himself. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Touchdown Sooners. How about this back staying on track and getting it on the option?
And that's a touchdown this offense absolutely had to have to keep it to a one-possession game before going in at halftime. That touchdown is going to do wonders for this team's confidence.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had zero shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got it behind the line. It's Lewis. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game. Mark it at the 47.
Great job, too, by the QB there. Holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. Pulls it in. It's Wheeler. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Pocket breaking down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Quick release on the RPO. And tackled there by the defense.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Finding open areas. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on 3rd down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
And the Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got it in the middle, it's Pride. They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's 4th down.
Ooh, and that's a nice side.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Couldn't find a lane. They pick up a 1 to the 31.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught behind the line. It's Prime. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Was the worst possible time. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Wheeler. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge...
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got his man on the right. He's out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a 1st down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, and they're going to win this game.
He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead.
It was the Longhorns who will ride off into the sunset with the coveted Golden Hat Trophy after beating their despised rival to the north. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.